Hey everybody, welcome back. Gotta do a video fairly quickly about this arena orb. Had the data mine situation we covered, whatever it was, a week or so ago about this. We didn't know, and it was in the blog. Again, we didn't know exactly what was going to come from this as far as what the drop rates were going to be, some of the specific gear pieces, were they leaving things out, you know, because sometimes that happens. Well, today's the day, 420. So, yeah, maybe it's, you know, we're all high right now and not really realizing what's happening, or something's going to change. Who knows? Or maybe they're high. But I want to talk about this orb a bit. Show you, I took a couple screenshots right before the other one disappeared. You know, I've talked to Scopely about the concept of knowing this stuff before the orb disappeared. I'll get on that a little bit. But anyway, before we get all that, we're doing the 10K giveaway. As soon as we get to 10,000 subscribers, we want to do a giveaway. So click on that subscribe button. There's a Discord link in the description below. 2 things you can do for free and potentially win yourself some prizes there. So not too much effort there. And then we've got some sponsors in the links below as well. Amazon coins, you can get up to 20% off. Click that link. Go ahead and use those coins in game, and you can get yourself some decent purchases there for cheaper. And then obviously we got a weight loss thing that I've been talking about as well, which I did myself, and I was pretty happy with the results. So yeah, let's get into this thing and see how we feel.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so I actually feel that we should probably look at the what we had before we get into this thing too much, because if we don't do that, we don't really have a great baseline. So what we want to look at here is the Kingpin's Vault. Like I mentioned, I took a couple pictures before in case you forgot. You know, we had the T4 ability drops, we had the L4 consumable drops. We had a shard drop, which is basically, it was Kingpin. That was kind of irrelevant in my mind. So, you know, the ability drops, we got, actually, that's, let's see here. That's this one. So you got up to 3 of the T4s. You typically got the T3s, which kind of like whatever at this point, but you had the opportunity to get some T3s, which is great. The other thing, like I mentioned, was the L4 training mats. You could, you guaranteed one of either a 7 drop or a 15 drop. You could get a yellow, which I think was 25, and the drop rate on the 25 was actually pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. You get those, not frequently, but often enough where I know I was like, all right, cool. And that was it as far as that range there. So then at the bottom of it, you had the gear drop, that's really what you were likely to get, is something from that. Now, I took a couple screenshots where, you know, you had the chance to get the superior gear, which was kind of nice, the orange gear. And again, it could be 10. I know it could go up to 50, and I think even 25 of these. Now, those were a little bit rare, but you did get them. I got plenty of 50 drops off of this orb for those. And it was nice to get any of the purples if I did need it. Again, there were a little bit different percentages for some of these other ones. You get the SBCs as well, obviously. That didn't show up here, but you could get them. So you could get some decent orange gear out of this. And then the sides were basically the same thing. A little bit more higher drop rates for the training mats, and then the gear drops. Again, they were pretty similar. But the part that I liked about this is the gear, the training modules, and the chance, here we go, the training modules, the L4 training modules, and the chance to get the T format there. Again, small, but it was decent. So that's the, you know, the Kingpin shards were an afterthought. That was Ultimus food. You know, it was great for new players who maybe was getting Kingpin, but like Kingpin is, you know, he's not really on the radar at all anymore. He actually used to be a player in Arena, believe it or not. So that's our threshold for what we're looking at here. So then you come in a game, and again, we knew some of this stuff coming in. Let's go to the Arena store. And I am someone who's got a boatload of credits, okay? Boatload. So the shards to buy him, I think, got reduced to 975, so that was a little bit better. Because I have so many, and because of what I'm about to share with this orb, I had no like, I have nothing else to use this on because I've got all of these other tunes. So I'm kind of like, well, I might as well farm him, I guess. I'm only 80 shards away, so it's not going to be the end of the world, and I'm going to start building again. So I was like, all right, now this L3 thing, I've got a decent amount there. You can see, for me personally, I've bought a number of the $25 offers in the store, which I think have helped me get a lot of training mats. But if I'm ever trying to train someone up, you can see I've got quite a decent stash here. But again, I don't bring everybody up. I mean, my roster is decently built up. I mean, but I've got, Polaris, I haven't even built up, no reds. I was kind of like, all right, well, that sucks. So she's just chilling down there. And then, but the most of these you can see 65s are pretty much, well, I've got everyone to at least 60, 65 outside of Polaris and just really the 4 or 5 worst tunes in the game, even though Boo's level 65. So I've done a decent job of bringing some people up. So I got some 80s. I typically stop at level 71. If I'm going to gear tier 14, I start bringing up to people up to 80. So, as we're looking at these orbs, you understand a little bit where I might be as far as wanting these mats. All right, so look at the orb. Let's look at the orb. It's 800 arena credits. The other one was 675, I want to say. So this one's more expensive. All right, it's more expensive, which is kind of like, all right. So we've got a more expensive orb. So when we look at this left side, first off, the images over here, it's just question marks. Gear drop is just purple, and your chances 72%. So whatever those other ones are don't even matter. And that's the okay, all right. And then it's the trait specific one. So you've got a 22% chance to get this trait specific. Otherwise, it's all this regular kind of catalyst piece stuff, and that's great for newer and players trying to build this up. But how many of those players have a ton of arena credits to build that up? Right? So unless they're at the top of arena or have them, then they're not really using this orb to do that. I'm all for those newer players being able to do that if they're there. But are they? So let's look what these other rewards are. All right. So this one is, you do get, you get either 25 or 50 of the purples. I have to admit, I don't remember the exact conversion rate. Maybe we can look real quick here. So let's see here. If we can actually look at this in game, let's see if we can look right now. If we're going to train someone, I'm not sure it actually does it. If I do one purple, I get to 810. What was I at? So it's 800 points for one purple. So basically it's 2 points. So, or every orange is 2 purples. So we looked at earlier, right? 800 to 1600. Yeah. So, for every one orange, you want 2 purples. So we were looking at this earlier, right? Let's find that image again. So you were guaranteed 15 orange and 14 or 30 of these. So let me say it differently. You were guaranteed 15 and 7, meaning the equivalency in purple is 30 and 14. Now you could also get 25 of these, so it'd be 50. So jumping back to the blue stacks, let's go back to that orb again. Now, if we're looking at that orb, we're looking at the orb. Where's my orb? Where's my orb? All right, so we're back here. We're looking at this other. Oh, wait, let's just stay in this one. The 15%. So, yeah, so you get 50 there. So these are technically, even though they're not L4s, you technically get more of these, okay? Now the 25% chance, or the 25% rate, that's, that's basically, it's a little less than 15, but you can get the 50. So that is, I'm okay arguing that could be a wash. All right. So I'm willing to not grandstand on the L4 mats. But the gear here, unless I see something in orange somewhere, oh, well, hey, look, I don't care about that. That does literally nothing for me because I have 97,000 of these. All right, so again, doing nothing for me. And then where's the T3 did something. This was the one part that I was kind of like, well, I wonder how that's going to shake out, the elite credits. So you get 500 of these, all right, and it's only a 4% chance, and it's only an elite 4. It's not elite 5, not even elite 6. This does, I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, this to me is like, yeah, I'll get it when I get it, but I'm not gonna like get rule for 4. This, cross it off, don't care. This, all right, I guess if I really need them. These, no, I don't need, no, like 1600. I guess I can maybe use some bio ones, but still I have tons of blitz. I have blitz purple blitz orbs. So like whatever this is, you know where I can get this stuff? You know where there's a game mechanic that I can go get this? Is right here. Right here. I've got 525 of these and I never need to open them. Ever. I'm like, okay, you know, I go in here and I check whatever ones I need to get. And I never friggin' need these. And I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe at some point I will. But you guys saw, like, I've got my characters built up fairly decently. And I don't need them. So I'm looking at this arena orb and I'm going, all right, well, I've already got that. If it'd help if I click on the right button here. So I don't understand why I'm looking at, you know, this specific stuff. Like, why am I looking at this purple gear? I don't need it. It's in the blitz gear, the blitz frag. So it's like, what are you doing? All right. So that's the left side. The right side, I believe, is the same thing, right? Yeah. So it's the same thing. The right side, we don't need to rehash that. So now we're looking at the center. All right. Well, what's the center? All right. Well, okay. Shard drops. All right. So I don't see any gear in here at all. So before we get to the shard drops, we already know. All right. So I get no chance of orange gear so far. I have no chance of T4s. And the elite credit, which is okay, is only a 4% chance and only an elite 4. So I'm not happy there. Not at all. So let's see what these shard drops are. Okay, so these are clearly drops from the arena store. And there's no minions in here. All right, that's cool. And, you know, Red Guardian's in here, which is nice. Not a higher drop rate chance, but he's in here. They are missing Swarm, is it? Yeah, that was reported to them earlier. So they're aware that he's not in here. I'm assuming that's an accident. So Swarm's missing. So 75% chance you're likely getting 5 of one of these. This is what you're going to get in the middle. 5 of one of these. Okay, well, I only need him. That's it. So I'm not going to use my 800, you know, credits for a 6% chance to him and whatever else is going to drop that I don't need. I'm just not. Okay, well, here's a small, okay, a little bit chance to get 7. So you've got a 90% chance to get either 5 or 7 of these shards. So expect 5 or 7 of one of these characters. Quake, no. M'Baku, no. Scarlet Witch, like Strax, Daredevil, like no. Like this, again, this is okay for newer players, but again, how many newer players have a ton of arena credits? Maybe there are. I don't know. I truthfully don't know. So, all right, so the other reward, that's when you get into Scream. 7 is, you know, you basically have a 10% chance to get Scream out of here in 7 shards or 10 shards. Okay. Look, I would never recommend to anybody, even a newer player, to open this orb. I wouldn't. I don't think the stuff you can, everything you need to get, like, are in these other orbs, like the purple stuff or purple gear. That's in your blitz orbs. Get that from there. This one, I guess maybe, but I would tell you that this is not a good use of currency. That I'd save your currency for whatever character you need in the store. Buy direct that currency. Don't roll the RNG dice. Don't like it. These, you're going to get so many of these. Don't waste it. It doesn't matter. Okay. You don't need those. And then this, like, I guess, like, it's okay. You know what I mean? But again, 4% chance you're never going to get it. I think McMull did some math where you basically need to get 200,000 arena credits to get enough for Elite 4 orb. I think it was something ridiculous. And you can see I've got 113 and I never open them. So it's just like the chance to get is dumb. So this orb is terrible. Like, I'm never going to open this. It's so bad. And I had requested that we either knew all of these drop rates before this got in and the Kingpin orb showed up, so we could decide, hey, can we use all, do I want to use all my Kingpin currency on this orb before this one comes and disappears? Nothing. And then sadly it was like too late. And I was like, hey, that'd be a really good idea, you know, maybe if you have it for at least a few days. So they did say that, you know, they're at least discussing that. I hope they do it. Honestly, I think they should just leave both orbs in here, because I'm never going to open this and I'm going to sit on this currency and never use it except for this character, because I have no choice. And it's like, well, I got to use it on something, you know. It's like, well, I guess I'll use it on that one. So, and if I ever really need, maybe I'll use it on that. So anyway, that's, yeah, I just, not a fan. So I'm going to leave it at that. Look, comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. Am I totally off base here? I feel like I'm not. I want to know from the newer players, like, do you love this? Do you have a ton of arena credits that you're like, oh yeah, totally, I need something like this, is going to be great catch-up mechanic for me? That orb is just loving it. I'd love anybody who's loving this orb, please explain to me why. Not for debate. I legitimately want to know why you like this orb. So I also want to do a mini shout out to Philosopher for one other thing that I find is trash, and not what he did, but what he had a nice leak today with some stuff. I'll put the link in the video below. But costumes coming. This is one of the information that he got for one of the costumes coming. I forget, it's some anniversary Nick Fury, and I'll just have to say, like, I personally am still struggling with the concept of even wanting any costumes in this game. I very much, as a League of Legends player, like, I was proud to wear my costume with my team against another team, actively wearing that costume nonstop all over the place. Everybody's seen it. Look at this, you know, character, like, in the animations and the colors, all these different things, the different sayings going around. Yeah, that was dope. I loved that. But in this game, it's like, I suppose I could share a picture on Discord when I get something, and maybe someone fights me in Arena or RTA or War was gonna see it, but I'm not convinced they're, oh yeah, WolverThor's got this cool thing or this rare, you know, outfit or costume. So I don't know, I'm struggling. Again, if you guys love these things, let me know below. You know, I just can't wait to see this or what. So shout out to Philosopher again. I'll put the link in the description below for breaking this news on this particular costume, this orb. I wish I had this one back. That's it. So hammer down on that like button, click the notification bell, subscription button. Like I said, 10K giveaway. Just join the Discord to follow along, and it's easy to subscribe. It's free, right? And then we'll get that giveaway once we hit some 10,000 subscribers. All right. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.